We're gonna stand up for this one. Show our respect for the game.
Mario 64 is the best speedrunning game.
What I believe to be the greatest speedrunning game, Super Mario 64.
I fucking love Super Mario 64. This is what introduced me to Twitch, watching Siglimic run this game.
Tonight we party, my friends.
Sip on mezcal, I like tequila, damn this shit tasty.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you know I made about a million off a pink beanie. I feel like my life is a movie, damn this too easy.
Yes!
Can't catch me, I'm jumping the borders, hit the embassy, it's bag or die.
7 gold chains on me, call me Slick Rick. Just made an album, 7 days, that's quick. Boobies going up and down, she's fit. Hold up, wait, rewind that shit. Got uncut gems, Adam Sandler.
Super Mario 64 was released over 26 years ago for the Nintendo 64. It was such a revelation in gameplay at the time that it has still managed to maintain a following to this day. Many have even said that some aspects of Super Mario 64 still manage to outdo modern AAA games, and I tend to agree. The result of this game preserving a player... The result of this player base maintaining to this day is an absolutely thriving speedrunning community. This community is constantly pushing the game to its limit and then just taking that limit and putting it even further away. I mean, look at this clip right here. You would think that this is performed by a robot, a sequence of code, as it's clearly too many inputs and too complicated for a human to complete. But no, this trick is required to compete at a high level in every 120 star run. It saves about 30 seconds in what is always over a 1.5 hour run, and it is still a requirement to compete. There are tricks like this sprinkled all over the run. Whether it be praying that you luckily skip a simple trick, climbing a mountain in an insane way, or even this shit. Yeah, no, that last one can only be completed by a robot. Or at least that's what I thought. And then I looked in the comments and saw that this was done by a human. A person did this with human hands. I cannot convey how insane that is. It is genuinely incomprehensible how good people can get at this game. And that, in my opinion, is displayed most in the 120 star category. Sure, there's 0 and 1 star where there's barely any room for error, but if you mess up in those, you can just restart and not really lose much. 120 star is a marathon. The idea of resetting in 120 star hurts much more, as you could easily lose over an hour of your time just to a simple mistake. This is combined with the fact that you are constantly doing difficult tricks that are always putting you at risk of losing seconds or even minutes from your final time. There has been a consistent battle for the #1 spot for as long as I can remember. Lately, the main runners that have been competing for this insane achievement have been Ouija, Cheese, Liam, Simply, Marlene, Punk Asian, Ikori, and Karin, having all achieved a time of under 1 hour and 39 minutes in the past year, realistically resulting in all of them having a fair shot of going for the world record. The amount of dedication it takes these runners to get to this point is absolutely insane. It would be ridiculously difficult to begin to comprehend the amount of hours, days, months, even years it takes to get to this point. This category has been optimized so much that in a 1.5 hour run, it is only 5 minutes behind the best possible human time. And even in the theoretically best human time, it's hitting everything frame perfectly. So it is still well above human standards, even if it does use the viable human setups. However, you might be wondering, why are you specifying the best human time? What are there, robots competing in this game? Well, I guess putting it that way isn't technically wrong. There is another side to speedrunning this game. One where the only option to progress is perfection. That side of the game is task. You know how I said before that it was genuinely incomprehensible to understand how good people can get as an exaggeration? Someone doing this shit is genuinely incomprehensible. This side of the game has a group as dedicated, if not more, than the general speedrunning side of the game. And the things they have been able to achieve is one of the most impressive things in any speed game. Imagine going back in time and showing this clip to Miyamoto when he was the principal director for this game, displaying how much potential they had created for the movement. I don't even think they would believe this is possible, and they created the game. TAS is very common tool used in almost every speedrun game. However, only in Super Mario 64 can it abuse a feature known as a backwards long jump. A backwards long jump is where you well, long jump backwards and collect a bunch of speed with every jump. When you release, it bursts all out at once, letting you cut through floors, doors, and walls. This can also be used in combination with wall jumps and slides to create unique TAS-only routes. That means that theoretically, no matter how much time someone puts in, they will never be able to achieve this ever. It's not possible. Human error won't allow it. Using TAS, the community has managed to collect precise information and data about how Mario moves and how the game works, such as when doing certain tricks, how much time they'll save, or what's the best way to get through the castle, or what's just the best route as a whole. This routing changes from category to category, which actually brings me to my next point. When the game started being speedrun, there were two main categories, 70 star and 120 star. 70 star was just beating the game as fast as possible. However, over time, that would change a little bit. Players began discovering tricks to beat the game faster and faster. Backwards long jumping up the infinite staircase brings the total star requirement down to 50. Backwards long jumping through the 50 star door brings the total star requirement down to 30. Mips clip brings it down to 16. Whatever you call this one. 1 star. And last but not least, the same trick, but better. Brings it down to 0. This variety and length of categories makes Super Mario 64 a very appealing game to beginners. If you don't like difficult challenges or things that take a long time to learn, try 16 star. If you enjoy the challenge and reward of completing a big accomplishment, go for 120. And if you enjoy spending most of your time restarting your game, I'm looking at you Pokemon fans, then you can run either 0 or 1 star. There's an option for everyone, even if the majority just pick 16 star, me included. Throughout all of these runs, there's a beauty in the idea that you can change the route depending on how good you think you are. And if there was a fixed route that you had to follow, that would be a big turnoff for a lot of players. Changing specifically your route around can come to many different reasons, but I think the main reason is the most fundamental part of this game, movement. Movement in this game, as I mentioned before, has aged perfectly. Whenever you move a stick or press a button, it gives a perfect response. For instance, if you were to fall off the map and die, or die to an enemy, it never feels like it's a flaw in the game design or the movement. It always feels like it's your fault. With the excuse of some instances, but it's kind of just rare and funny when it happens anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The movement as a whole is very simple to understand, but it is very difficult to master. This makes the game appealing to people of all skill levels. Whether you have a history with speedrunning or not, this game's movement will probably appeal to you. As this game came out over 20 years ago, I think it's fair to say that it came with its fair amount of bugs. However, most of the time these glitches aren't annoyances. The glitches mix with how Mario moves so fluently that it feels like the game was designed with these glitches in mind. Jumping through floors, flying upstairs, grabbing bombs as they're about to blow up to push you backwards, all flow with Mario's movement to an incredible extent, and overall just make for a very well-paced speedrun route. The movement in this game honestly feels perfect, and I think if anything about it was changed, it would feel wrong. Now you might be thinking to yourself, sure, all that stuff's great, but is it really the greatest speedrun game of all time? Honestly, fair enough question, considering all the modern options and alternatives you could be playing instead. Whether it be Mario Odyssey, FNAF Security Breach, Hitman, Breath of the Wild, you name it. However, there are 4 main reasons that I would like to bring up as to why I think that this is better than hundreds of those other options. Firstly, as I mentioned before, the movement just beats out so many modern games. With how clean and precise you can be with it, it's hard to compete, especially with the restrictions modern games are put under. Secondly is how it's managed to age and maintain a community over all of these years, where I think other games over that same course of time will lose a player base. Whether that be a large portion of the community just leaving for another game, a lack of support from the developers, or even just the games not being very beginner friendly. Thirdly is the game's history, both on the developmental side, as that can be pretty interesting, and the community side, when it comes to speedrunning, ROM hacks, just anything in general. Finally is the lack of cutscenes throughout the game. Sure, there's the ridiculously long one at the start, kind of annoying, but throughout the run itself, there's not many big distractions to stop the flow of your gameplay. I mean, sure, there's the door opening animations, kind of annoying. There's the key animation, kind of annoying, but it cannot compare to how annoying sitting through a full animated cutscene is, especially when you have to sit through it time and time and time and time again. However, I know that even after bringing all these points and reasonings to the table, a lot of you will still not be convinced to even try the game. So to show you how good and fun the game can be, I think it's time I do a run myself. Oh, please work. Yes, dude. Oh, I spent so long trying to get this working in widescreen. We've got it working. We're going to do a 16-star run because that's the only one I know. No! Okay, whatever. 5 seconds in, already messed up. That's fine. We'll bring it back. We'll get a sub 12-minute run. What's the world record? Like 14? Why am I getting notifications from McDonald's? Why have 5 of them for a $3 McChicken? Alright, we're gonna hit lacto skip right here. Oh, that was close though. Okay, it's fine. We hit bomb clip. Oh, you're kidding, dude. You cunt. Not the best start, but we bring it back. Okay, 12-minute time. I promise you that. We are getting a 12-minute time. What's that? Oh, 12-minute time is not physically possible. Shut up. I'll do the impossible for this 12-minute time. I do not care. Okay, out, punch, down, out, in, up, down. I'm glad I got that first try, because I have messed that up like 5 times in a row before, and it is the most tilting thing in like history, just ever. It's so out of your control to hit cannonless. It's consistent enough to where you'll do it every time, but it's also not consistent to the point where like you hit it every time. Or maybe I'm just shit. Anyway, we kill Big Brick Boy now. Now we go to the laggy tower. Somehow I spent $600 on a graphics card, and it still cannot load in this fucking one tower. It ran better on a Nintendo 64 than my computer. I am playing on an N64 right now though, because emulation is immoral, and I would never do it. Now we go get the owl. Fun fact about the owl, if you go into it with momentum, you're gonna come out with momentum. So that's why you like shoot out to the side with it. Whereas I just jumped there, meaning that I'm gonna drop straight down. There we go. Now we go to Snowland. Actually, I can't really do this run. I give up. That was meant to be a big funny, actually. Where I was like, oh, I give up, and then I land at the bottom, because that's the strat. But I messed it up, actually. Bro, there's so much room for failure. How did I mess it up? Whatever, we got it now. Alright, now we've got to take the penguin and slide down the mountain. Oh, we're doing the fucking slide star then. Okay. They actually call this one the kilometer skip. No one knows about this except me. So you're welcome for that one. That one's free. I'm trying to get down, please. What the f? That was the complete wrong way. That was movement that I didn't know could happen. This is about to be the best Dark World you've ever seen in your life. Okay, coming up is the jump where I always die, so I'm just gonna play it safe. So now, double jump here, triple jump, kick, and we're at the top. Ah, he didn't hit that shit. Bowser not valid. Boing, 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 boing. Now we go downstairs, because that's where all the fast stars are. Ah, you piece of shit. We're gonna try the strat. You fucking piece of shit! It just didn't long jump. That's dumb as hell. And that's actually faster, is the thing. The other strat that everyone else does, that's slow. This is fast. Oh, I didn't kick. It's fine. Okay, now we go Lava Land. That wasn't meant to happen. Oh, does that fuck me over? Oh, yeah, I'm chilling. Okay, now we're going from hell itself to actual hell, which is Hazy Maze Cave. I hate Hazy Maze Cave. I love Hazy Maze Cave. Now we get to go punch Toad, which is my favorite part. Oh, we didn't punch him. I want to punch him anyway. Now we get the most annoying star and the most annoying stage. So hopefully I don't want to rip my eyes out by the end of this. Are you serious? I was right there. I thought I was dead there. Oh no, it kicks the wall. It doesn't matter, I'm the fucking goat. Okay. Now we just need to get the easy star and we're chilling. Now we need to grab the annoying ass rabbit. Oh. The fire carried. Guys, look, the 16th star. The run's over. 16 minutes. I hate this game. Okay, there we go. I did the cool thing where you skip the text box. Alright, now we go through the most laggy part in the game. Jesus Christ, dude. $600 wasted on a graphics card. Can't even load in a submarine. You fucking cunt. Well, that's just great. We're now out of laggy hell, and we're going into actual hell. Part 2. Both of the actual hells are better levels, and then Hazy Maze Cave and laggy hell. Oh, come on, we gotta make this cycle. Please, no, dude. Oh, it was so close. Not great, not great. Piece of shit. I'm not good at this game, am I? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, good Bowser 2. Okay, now we have to leave, but since we can't go through the door, we need to leave from the level. Hardest trick in the run, coming up here. Take notes. Get your notepad out. Prepare to witness greatness. I messed up the trick. You don't get to witness greatness. I'm actually pressing the button too quick is the problem. Dude, are you serious? Please? Thank you. We're at 22 minutes. The question is, do we get a sub 30? Thank you. Oh, no, 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 no. Please still be there. Thank you. That scared the shit out of me. I thought we lost it. I am going to do this jump. It saves me no time with how long it takes me to set up. But it's fucking cool. I'm going to scream. 1, 2, 3. Kick, kick, jump, dive. Long jump. Are you serious? That's like the smallest fucking gap ever, and Mario's just like, yeah, I'll go in there. This jump at the end here scares me, because it's so easy to mess up because of how easy it looks. But if you fail it, you fall like all the way to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe? Yes, dude. That hits me, dude. I am so shit. You know what, I'm just gonna baby throws. You cannot combat the power of baby throws, Bowser. It's too strong for you. Oh, that hits. Let's fucking go, dude. We did hit that sub 30. Let's go. Let's fucking go. What time did I get? What time did I get? 12 minutes! I told you! I told you 12 minutes! Easy!